Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hayesy on Nova.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty.
Sometimes you just go, do you know what? To hell with it. I'm going to be just a little bit of extra blue.
Yeah.
Because can't do it after 7 o'clock, so this is the space to do it. Get it out of your system, Joe.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
Hit me. What you got?
Sometimes these stories just float across my desk. Or do I find them? Sometimes we meet in the middle. Here's one for you. A Dutch man was hospitalised after inserting 15 hard-boiled eggs into his rectum while under the influence of drugs. I'll tell you what have I always said about the Dutch?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. To all the Dutch people out there, stop using your rectum as a storage facility. It's not supposed to be used for that. The man experienced severe abdominal pain leading to emergency surgery to remove the eggs, which had caused intestinal tears. Ouch!
Oh.
Doctors successfully treated him, and despite the very unusual situation, the patient recovered without further complications. Bit of an extreme activity, if you know what I mean. Extreme.
Oh, no, I got it. I saw. Oh.
Thank you very much.
I mean, if you could, to be fair, I'm just trying to think about this in a Temu sense, because I bought an egg dispenser from there once and it sort of shoots it out the bottom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the concept itself isn't bad. It could be a fairly decent egg dispenser if you can keep the egg intact, don't you think?
That's the big issue, though. Hard-boiled eggs probably easier than normal eggs to keep intact, but when you got 15 there as well, that's more than a dozen.
Yeah.
That's a great effort. I'm not sure what maximum capacity is up there.
I don't know.
I would have thought, for me personally, I'd be sort of pushing 6, I reckon, let alone a full dozen. But once again, we've always said that about the Dutch. Very good at storing multiple eggs in their rectums.
I never thought I'd see the day when I'd come into work and have a discussion about how many hard-boiled eggs you can fit up your ass.
The broader question as well, Jodes, is 13, 24, 10. What have you accidentally stored in your rectum? It happens all the time, whether it's a passion piece or you've just got no storage space at home. I mean, these days, space can be very, very scarce.
Oh, God.
And if you've got any ideas, 13, 24, 10, what you've stored up there.
Please don't call us.
Or send us a text at 0400 919 919.
No, we're not, are we?
I'll go first.
All right.
An Acro.
For the uninitiated, that's the award that Hayesy won last weekend for being the best newcomer.
It's up there. There's not much other space in there, but that's a passion piece, by the way. I think you put it there. It was a nice weekend, Jodes.
Yeah.
We had my brother-in-law's birthday party on Saturday.
Yes.
It was more like a birthday lunch. But
How was it?
It was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Got a little bit loose on my end. Had a couple of beers, turned a couple of rosés, and all of a sudden there were water bombs involved as well. The kids got competitive.
Okay, it wasn't in a restaurant.
No, it wasn't at a restaurant. It was at my mother-in-law's place.
That's
but
good.
A couple of the Hayes kids started crying, which is a bit... And then Dad took it personally. And then it was just a mixture. Just a mixture of all sorts of different emotions.
Okay.
On the way up, though, just before we went up there, actually, I had to take Lottie to the supermarket to get some things, and we had a very, very interesting conversation. And she was speaking to me about how I work a lot, and that she wished I didn't work as much, which was really nice.
That make you sad?
A little bit sad. But then also she said, well, when Sonny and Henry, my two sons, 6 and 4, when they turn into adults, they can go work with you.
Oh, that's nice at Channel 7.
That's nice.
Or here.
That's really nice. Who knows? Up to them.
Okay.
And then I said to Lottie, what about you? Are you going to work? And she said, what are you talking about? I'm a girl. Girls don't work.
Oh, my.
I said, okay.
Right.
So then we had to have this beautiful little conversation with them. Well, actually, Lottie, girls very much do work.
Yes.
And guess what? When you're old enough and established in school, Mum's going to be working again as well.
Yes, exactly.
So then we started. I just love the innocence of youngsters, in particular toddlers, talking about things.
Well, to be fair, that's all she's known. Like she's had a stay-at-home mum her whole little life, all 4 years.
Yeah.
So that's understandable.
100%.
But I'm going to need a good 20, 25 minutes in a room with your little Lottie just to explain a few things.
Yeah, take her through your work schedule.
Yes.
Exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
And then I like speaking to her. I said, look, you will have to work.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. And you need to work out what sort of job that you'd try and like to do.
Did you ask
And then
her?
just the 4-year-old's view of the world, of her job. She said, I said, what do you like? What are your passions? What are your passions, Lottie? She said, well, I really like Barbies. And I really like watching soccer.
Oh,
So maybe I could watch soccer with my Barbies.
yes.
So that's going to be Lottie's job in the
Yeah.
future.
Well,
Just keeping tabs on the local soccer match
Yep.
with her Barbies and getting paid for it.
What sort of salary range are we
Oh,
talking
I'm not
to do
really
that?
sure. I don't know what the salary range is on Seek.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. It's probably a touch more than what her dad's earning here.
yeah, that's true, actually. It's better than that job at SEN going.
Oh, yeah, wow. So many perks, though. Free beers on a Friday night.
Yeah, that is very,
I mean, they
very
weren't
true.
free. You just took the liberties.
That's okay. I assumed it was part of the package.
Sure.
Made it just a little bit more worthwhile.
A huge summer of cricket is here on KO Sports. See every bull live. Get on board and download KO Sports today.
I cannot wait until Australia takes on India. And to tell us all about it is the one, the only. I'm almost living out a childhood dream here by speaking to the one and only Brett Lee. Good morning.
Jody and Hayesy, good morning.
Good morning to you. I had a KO disaster yesterday because
What happened?
Well, I went to the 36ers to the basketball to watch them get the job done against the Jack Jumpers. And it was my plan to go home and watch the Diamonds on KO because you can do it on demand whenever you want. And then my co-host over here texted me and said, just doing a thing on the Diamonds. They were awful. So thank
Oh,
you.
sorry. That's,
Oh, no, spoiled it.
Yeah, sorry about
Spoiler alert. Thank you very much.
Hey, Binger, we've spoken about this before. Apart from an Ashes series next year, Australia v India is just as good as it gets. Just before we talk about this, mate, can I ask you, what was it like playing against India?
Yeah, I was trying to work out yesterday. I think I've been to India, well, it's been 30 years, 165, give or take times, 5 passports. Just an incredible place to tour. The conditions are hot, hard. It's nothing really in the wicket for fast bowlers. But the one thing is the hospitality over there is amazing. So we want to make sure that when India come out to Australia this year that we can reciprocate that and give them some love. And certainly won't be any love on the cricket field. I can definitely assure you of that. But yeah, it's going to be massive because we get a huge crowd, not only in Adelaide but MCG and obviously my home test, the SCG. A lot of my mates who are Indian heritage, they all wear green and gold when we're playing someone else, but I can promise you when India come out, they've got the blue shirts on.
Do you like to slip out the back when you head here to Adelaide? Because I think almost everyone does at some point.
Well, Adelaide, to me, I mean, I used to live in Adelaide. I used to live down at Henley Beach at the Cricket Academy back in the day.
That's right.
Did you?
Always loved going to Adelaide. And, I think that when you play the test matches down there, whether it's the day-night test with the pink ball or just the normal test matches, Adelaide is such a beautiful place to tour. It's the big event when the Adelaide Test comes on. The whole city gets out and backs the Australian cricket team. But yeah, you sort of hang out the back. And I remember in the dressing room with Warnie. Warnie would never watch the cricket. He'd be watching out the back over the course of Test. I'm going, come on, mate, you got to get out and bowl shortly.
Getting an eye on the most important thing.
I was going to ask, who was in your year at the Cricket Academy? Were you there with Warnie?
No, Jason Gillespie, homegrown talent.
Yeah.
I was there with Dizzy, and it's actually funny that Jason Gillespie, he's bowling about 125 Ks, and then overnight he flicked the switch and he ended up bowling high 140s, early 150s. So that definitely worked for him under the great guidance of the late great Rod Marsh, who was our coach for a couple of years.
Right, can I just a quick question? Was that an instant technique change, or what was that?
Oh, hello. This has got real SEN vibes now.
Well, we can talk about counter-rotation, hyperextension. It's quite early in the morning. Twisting and turning if you want to, go the layman's the easy option. No.
That's good, Brett, because I wanted to go back to sleep. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke. A joke. That's a terrible joke.
Yeah, a bit of humour. Little injection of humour just to ease you into what is probably going to be a full-on working week.
A little bit of humour to start your day.
All right, who would like to go first this morning? What about you, producer Zoe? Why don't you kick us off?
I can go first. Big weekend. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France?
No?
There was nothing left but debris.
Very good.
Yes, so.
Debris.
I like it.
Nice,
I
good
like
stuff.
it.
Nice cheese, Flynn.
Thanks, guys.
I'll go next. So I had a really stern conversation with my cat on the weekend.
Oh.
I said, that's it. I'm going to try and do my best to teach you some English. He said, me? How? Meow.
That's so dumb.
It took a second. It took a hot minute.
Meow.
Oh, got it. Meow. I like
What
it.
was in between his meow? Unbelievable scenes.
Huey.
There were some fascinating rumours that I heard over the weekend about you, Andrew Hayes.
Oh, God.
Actually,
Oh, my very goodness.
very strange. I heard that your Willie got inducted into the Guinness Book of Records.
Yes.
And then the librarian said, you need to get that out, sir.
Every single time.
Oh, my gosh.
They're starting to get frustrated. They're starting to get
Oh,
frustrated.
my God, he's in aisle 4 with his Willie in the book again.
Each and every day, Jodes, since last week, there's more and more information coming to hand in regards to Liam Payne.
Yeah, so just a bit of an update. Of course, he passed away when he plunged to his death last week from a hotel room in Buenos Aires. And obviously it was a drug-filled and alcohol-fueled day, and there is so much going around about what happened. But this was a bit of a bombshell. So apparently Liam Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, left 2 days before he died, and she documented that on social media. It was like a heavy thing. Hey, travel back to Florida with me. And then she videoed her whole journey, first class and all of that. But in the 2 days after she left, apparently, and this is according to news.com, Liam was reportedly partying with sex workers before his death, and she has now obviously seen that as a huge betrayal. So that is a bit of a bombshell. And he was in the lobby and someone has come out and said he was having an argument with one of the girls, and he said, I will give you $20,000 because I'm worth, he said, 55 million US, which is about 83 million Australian.
Yeah.
And I like to help people.
Oh,
So there was a bit going on.
Jeez, there's going to be so much extra information that's going to emerge, isn't
Well,
there?
I feel like someone should have called an ambulance earlier than, he collapsed in the lobby that day. So I don't know why this hotel didn't get him some medical help.
So he collapsed in the lobby and then went up to his room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
That was a big warning sign, obviously.
They're also investigating 2 of the hotel workers who reportedly smuggled in some pretty hard drugs for him as well. Get going on.
Unbelievable situation. But each and every day there'll be new bits that come to life.
Oh, totally.
Which is going to be, it's just a crazy, crazy
I
situation.
feel a bit bad for his family and his son, and who
He's
will
got a
not
son.
get any privacy whatsoever in the wake of all of this.
No.
And of course, TMZ have had a big rap over the knuckles because someone sent them a photo of his body and they chose to print it. Which can you remember? I saw it on the day and I said, "Oh my God, TMZ have posted this photo," which is so completely unethical.
What will be staggering is how much money they paid for that photo. That would be mind-blowing, I would have thought.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go in a much different direction, shall we?
Yeah, go on.
What about this? And this could be pointed at someone in particular in the Mitcham Council area. A Mitcham resident is set to return from their holiday to a very, very interesting surprise after they missed a memo to move their parked car before roadworks commenced on their street.
Uh-oh.
So according to a local, these particular locals jetted off before receiving notice that new bitumen would be laid, resulting in their Peugeot ending up on its own accidental island getaway. Oh, that's just an unfortunate situation. The stationary vehicle left road workers with no choice as they were forced to lay fresh bitumen around the perimeter of the car.
Wow.
So it's just got this own little nasty cement space and it's beautiful bitumen perfectly laid around this Peugeot.
Wow.
Like it's there on purpose, like it's its own designated space.
Hasn't it left its mark, that Peugeot?
Yeah.
It's like when you're a kid and you see some wet cement and you're like, I'm going to put my initials in that. Similar sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to put my car there. Oh, and then you've just got that embarrassing thing where, and what time do you go get your car? You're like, oh, gosh, no one can see me getting into this car. And then you're overseeing and you're like, hey, how are ya? Nice work with the car. Thanks for that.
Check your phone.
Yeah.
Check the last message from your partner if you are indeed in a relationship, because at some point we switch from love yous to logistics. And it just becomes those mundane details that you have to discuss with your partner. It's unavoidable. And then sometimes, like I do, I go, oh my God, who are we?
Where's the passion?
Where is the passion?
Where did it drift off to?
May I give you an example?
Yes, please.
This was this morning.
Because your husband, by the way, is a passionate man. He's just chock-a-block full of passion. It oozes out of his pores.
Oh my God. I couldn't get a word out of him on the weekend because the ice hockey season started again, the NHL.
There's lots to discuss.
I just sat on the couch with him. I was eating my breakfast. I'm like, I'm just going to go and sit outside. Like absolute donuts from the man.
I forgot to specify. He's passionate about ice hockey.
Yes, correct. So this was this morning. What are you doing from him? I'm like, I'm working, you.
Yeah.
And he says, babysitting.
Yeah.
I go, your own children? And he said, yes, that's correct.
Yep, that's good. Now that is a conversation of a couple who are very, very well established.
Oh, man, it's not exactly can't wait for you to come home.
No, it's not, isn't it?
Maybe we could have a bit of mummy-daddy times, nothing like that.
Yeah, see, you say that, like the passion leaves at a certain time of the relationship. Do you want to hear mine?
Yeah, please.
Particular messages?
Yeah.
All right. So just strap yourself in because this is just as passionate as it gets. It's just Cara is sending me a message.
Yep.
Car won't start. I said, oh my God, it's the battery. I've cooked it. She said, I can't get in until Monday. I can't even start it from your car because you don't have one. And I said, that's correct. I know I don't have one. So what now? She said, F knows. I need to get Lottie to ELC in the morning. Mum will hopefully help.
Whoa!
My very goodness.
My goodness me.
Seconds later, everyone's clothes was off. Just.
Wow. Let's do this on 13 24 10. Can we this morning? Because we just want to hear. Well, let's do Mundane Text Monday, shall we? Yeah. We want to hear your texts that are just so boring that you have you questioning where you're at in your relationship.
Really good, solid indication of where exactly you're at. Amber from Craigmore, do you want to kick us off? Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are we?
We're great, thank you. What was the last exchange with your partner?
So it started this morning. We both have shift work, so our shifts are all over the place. I sent him a message saying, wake up, I'm leaving for work, and don't forget to send me a roster. Brushed our daughter's hair and changed our son's nappy before we took him off at grandma's.
Bang.
Whack.
Yeah, so I got a screenshot of his roster back and a thumbs up.
Thumbs up emoji.
Doesn't that just send these beautiful shivers through your body, Amber, when you get the thumbs up?
Is like, I can't even be bothered to put words into a text now. That's how bad things are going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it's got ADHD as well. So like, I pretty much, our text messages between each other are just me giving him lists of things to do.
Yeah,
like, for the day. Like a text list.
I have to ask you this, though, Amber. Did the screenshot of his roster for the next couple of weeks, did that make you really toe it? No,
that's a yes. That is a yes. That is. I'm not sure what I can talk about on radio because moments after that text exchange, things went really, really north and south. If you know what I mean, Charles.
Yeah, exactly right. 13 24 10. Let's do this morning. Monday Text Monday. What was the last text exchange? And can you pinpoint the moment that the romance died?
Just a quick one as well. Anyone who gets on air on the standby list for Coldplay.
Correct.
Flights, accommodation, everything happening in Sydney. Give us a call next 13 24 10. It is Mundane Monday Text. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, I said it the other way. That's all right.
Okay, that's fine.
There's no rules, mate.
I think, oh my gosh. He sounds like we've been doing this for a while via text.
I think you know what? Our relationship's dead. I wonder what you sent me last. Let's have a look.
You have a look at that. I'll throw you into one-word answers.
Okay.
I think so.
Your mundane text for a Monday. What was the last exchange you had with your partner? And do you look at it and go, oh, my God.
That's where we're at.
What's happened to us?
It's all about word efficiency now.
Yeah.
You're not trying to impress your partner anymore. You're not trying to arouse them.
No.
It's just the shortest and most effective form of communication.
The best description is from I love yous to logistics. Somehow along the way it just transitions, doesn't it? Daniel from Port Adelaide. Has it transitioned for you, Dal?
Good morning. No, not really. We still message each other quite often.
Yeah.
Several emojis now. The last one I sent was I sent a picture of an insert from I think it's the spell book. It just says, you may fascinate a woman by sending her a piece of cheese. And I just sent a cheese emoji.
There you go.
Stunning.
Yeah, it's better than what some blokes send photos of.
Yeah.
To try and impress ladies, which never works, by the way.
Well, no, I've never.
And I can honestly tell you that from experience, but even I could identify that that's not a good way to go about it, boys.
Never once known
Silly.
that to work, that particular photo.
Just, I don't want to get sidetracked here.
No.
0400 919 919. Has that ever worked? Ever?
Surely
in the
not.
history of exchanging texts?
No. I can positively say I've never known a woman to go, wow, that's amazing.
Wow,
Thank you so
on board.
much. Amanda from Christie Downs, good morning.
Good morning. How are you going?
Oh, good. What was the last text exchange you had with your partner?
Well, we had a weekend away and got home late yesterday, and I was in the lounge putting some stuff away, and I got a text from the toilet with my partner with the cat in her underpants and the dog on her feet with just the words, "So lucky."
That's what it's all about.
That's pretty much.
You know what? It's humour. It's also, there's comfort mixed in with that because...
Exactly, yes. So, they're comfortable with ourselves after 33 years, right?
That's nice.
But also, could you just go to the toilet by yourself
I know.
without the pets? Just give me 2 minutes.
I really need a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat.
It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girls.
Yeah, let's go, girls. Woo. You just sit in the corner and shut your face.
Yes, ma'am.
Producer Zoe, we were talking the other day about breakups. Can be good, can be bad. You can gain things or you can lose things. I want to know what you've lost.
I think when we started this conversation, Hayesy piped in with dignity.
I don't think I said that.
Oh, maybe I said it about
Yeah, I
myself.
think you said that. I think you
But then-
said don't say dignity.
And then this morning you followed it up with confidence.
I didn't say it was you. I said don't. And then
You didn't have
Jody
to.
was looking at you.
When was the last breakup I went
And
through?
the producer Flack didn't know where to look.
No.
So he just looked down.
Yeah. It was awkward for Flack.
I've been in a relationship for like 15 years, so you weren't talking about me.
That's so true. Well, actually, on the contrary, I've gained something from my latest breakup.
Go on.
A houseplant. A really good one.
Congratulations.
One of those, like fiddle leaf ones.
It's the small victories, I
No,
guess.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, the fiddle leaf for the big fellas too, aren't they?
Yes,
They're quite
but
big.
mine's like one of the sort of mini versions, so it sits nicely in my room.
Oh, that's lovely.
I definitely abandoned it for like a month after the breakup.
I was going to say,
really
though,
took it out on the plant.
you would have really had some vindictive feelings towards that plant.
And
Yeah,
the
God, yeah.
plant services department almost turned up at your door.
Yeah,
in a
big
way.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, when we were talking about this, I realised every plant I have in my room is
It's
from
from a
an ex-partner.
Oh my God, you live in
So,
a
like-
forest.
I'm going to say I've got
And that's-
2 plants.
And that's the thing. So anyone who goes to producer Zoe's house, particularly if you're a new mate, you're like,
Yeah.
what's going on with this forest here? What are we doing here? And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's just trophies from all my exes. You've got a spot over there.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you, you got quite teary when you spoke about something that you lost in a relationship. Tell everyone.
Yeah, a couple of exes ago. Look, I think it was pretty amicable the way that we went our separate ways, but
Yeah.
what I lost in a relationship was, and I still haven't seen to this day, nor do I think I'll ever get it back.
Yeah.
It was a copy of Anthony Kiedis' autobiography, Scar Tissue.
Oh.
Yes, which I'd lent to my ex-girlfriend's father.
Oh.
And we never... That never came back into my hands.
Oh, God.
That's something I think about most days,
Okay.
most hours,
right.
most minutes as well.
Yeah.
All right.
What a
So,
loss.
thanks for reopening that wound.
Yeah,
Jo.
thanks.
That's okay.
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
just going to assume his name is David. Dave, 1324.
Have you still got
Have
it?
you still got scar tissue around?
I'll get a text from him. He's like, I'm almost finished.
Also, it's $26.99 from Dimmicks. So if you're really that heartbroken about it, you can just go and grab a
another one.
coffee.
Yeah, okay, but this was my original copy.
Oh, okay. It meant something. Was it signed
Yeah,
by
signed.
Anthony?
No, it wasn't.
132410. A bit of chit chat this morning. What have you gained in a relationship, but also what have you lost?
A few of my exes have lost some hoodies as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a little collection.
So
Painting myself in a really positive light this morning, aren't I?
In the forest,
in
a
a
spot for new plant. A spot in the drawer there to leave your hoodie there. You know the drill, fellas.
Oh, darling girl.
Oh, darling.
At least you're warm.
Yeah, I'm warm.
At least you're warm.
And good oxygen in the room from all the plants.
Yes.
So true.
Great flora.
A lot of bugs.
Lots of
That's okay.
fruit flies.
Yeah. Is that what we're calling her exes now? Classic.
13 24 10, give us a buzz. Anyone who gets on air will go on the standby list. We give away daily tickets to go and see Coldplay in Sydney. Flights and accommodation all taken care of.
What did you lose and or gain in the breakup? 13 24 10.
I really need a chit chat. Let's have a chit chat. It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girl.
Yeah, let's go, girls. Let's talk about the time you broke up with someone and you either gained something really cool or you lost something that you really adored.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Blokes too, get involved as well.
100%.
Oh, we've also established you didn't say Zoe lost her dignity. That was the boss.
Yeah.
So you officially are not a pig.
Yeah, no,
During
we just have
the
a con-
break, he texted saying, whoops, that was me about the dignity thing. Sorry, Hayesy.
And there was loose suggestions that you should have just gone along with it. Genuinely being accused of saying something quite outrageous. Like, just go along with it. Like, I didn't say that.
Yeah, but in my mind, I'm thinking, you've said way worse than that.
I was probably thinking that as well. I'm like, this time for the first time in a long time, I didn't say
I
that.
actually didn't do it.
I'm not the bad guy.
All right, let's go to Danielle from Delamere. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. You've lost something big in a breakup.
Yeah, I lost a 14.5-foot half-cabin fishing boat.
Oh, my gosh.
Fishing boat.
And a fishing boat. And I gained a pool table that I sold.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take a pool table.
So hang on, wait, did he just take the boat, just sailed off?
No, he got the boat and I got the pool table.
Okay. All right.
But
That's not
then
too
he
bad.
sold the boat and I sold the pool table.
Seems fair.
I don't know, that seems fair, to be honest.
No.
Danielle, a boat via pool table. Was it a really fancy pool table?
I don't play pool.
No.
I do fish, but I don't play pool.
I mean, I was going to say that. How much, pool's fun for about half an hour, maybe?
Yeah.
Fishing's fun for a long time.
Yeah, 100%. And then teach a man to fish,
Yeah.
feed him for life. All those sorts of things, Jones, you know? Teach a man how to play pool. Entertain for 20 to 45 minutes.
Yeah. Impress your
That's it.
mates at the pub.
I think that's the same.
I think impressing your mates at the pub is the same as being fed for life, really.
That's true, actually, because they feed you beers.
Yeah.
I will say this though. If you're a chicken, you can play pool. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
In a pub setting.
I'm excellent at pool.
Oh, wow.
After
Okay.
a beer. That's
All right.
how do you think I got so many
Did
hoodies?
Did someone say she was lacking confidence? Got a Beck from Morford Vale. What did you lose in the breakup, Beck?
Well, what I lost is really good, actually. I lost a psycho.
Oh, you poor thing.
That goes bang.
Oh, man. I think we've all lost
And I gained a lot of knowledge.
self-awareness. That's nice.
Wisdom. You gain wisdom. We all learn sometimes through these relationships.
Yeah. Oh, I think we've all lost a psycho at
Yeah.
some point.
100%.
Yeah.
Everyone has.
We look back and go, dodged a bullet there.
And if you haven't, you're the psycho.
What?
What?
Is that how it works?
I think so. It's the same thing as if you don't have a bad neighbour, you're the bad neighbour.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Not
this
sure about
philosophy.
Okay.
Go back to the fishing analogies that you were making.
Catch a fish, feed him for days, all those types of things. Pool's fun for 20 to 45 minutes. Is that what we're talking about?
That's exactly right.
There you go. Strong message in that.
Well done, mate.
Beck, thank you so much for calling as well. You're on the standby list to see Coldplay live in Sydney. Flights, accommodation.
One of the great shows, Taskmaster Australia, continues 7:30 on Tuesdays on 10 and 10 Play, and one of the stars of it is comedian Mel Buttle, and she joins us now. Good morning, Mel.
Hello, thank you for calling me a star. That's cute.
It's okay. It's totally fine. Hey, we've been talking about you on our show in the last couple of weeks, especially given it's been school holidays, and you have this brilliant character online, and chuck her a follow. It's Lynn. Lynn is everybody's mother, is she not?
I think so. If she's not your mum, she's your auntie, or she's the woman at your local GP for sure.
This is Lynn talking about coming home when you've been working all day and your kids have been sitting on the couch. Have a listen.
What have you done today? What's been done? Nothing. Why isn't the dishwasher empty? Did you hang the washing out like I asked? Are you in your bloody pyjamas still? What a grot. Have you done anything I asked? No? Have you walked Jessie? Come with me to the car. There's things I need you to help me carry. Quick, come on, let's go.
Oh, my gosh, Mel. I straight away get glimpses of my mum. like 25 years ago saying the same things to me.
It's traumatic, isn't it? It just something goes off in your brain and it goes, I'm watching Huey's Cookie Adventures. I don't want to get up.
Exactly, Mel. When you're doing these little online skits, where does the inspiration come from? Is it someone, or is it just something that someone says that sparks you and you go, oh, there's a skit in that?
I guess it's just like a voice in my head will talk to me, and that voice is Lynn. It's that voice goes, well, why don't you get up and do something with your day? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's kind of based on my mum, but it's sort of, I don't know, it's kind of everyone as well. Once I realised everyone has the exact same mother, I was like, oh, maybe I should do something with that.
Yeah. And also the fact that she's always in her dressing gown.
Yeah.
Always in her dressing gown, Andrew.
Yeah, and congratulations to you, Mel, for having a voice in your head that you can actually use for something good.
Yes.
And not something bad.
Yeah, so true. So true. Do you feel a little bit, oh my God, Lynn's talking to me again. What the hell's going on here?
Get off my case, Lynn.
Oh, exactly.
As I've got older, that voice has just got louder and louder. Like, it didn't used to be that voice. The voice used to be, yeah, it's only 9 o'clock, and so you can have a couple of drinks and you'll be home by midnight. You can sleep till 6, you can go to work. But now the voice is, well, why don't you pop a jumper in the car because you don't know if the weather's going to change.
Yeah. Oh my God. So many conversations going on in your head. Taskmaster, do you enjoy doing this show? It's challenging.
I loved it. I loved Taskmaster. It was so fun to hang out with all those comedians. It was interesting to try and impress Tom Gleeson, which is the ultimate impossible task, really. That's very tricky, yeah.
He is he's quite a genius, isn't he? He's a comedic genius.
He's really clever. He's also like clever at comedy and clever in real life, which I think is unfair that you get both of those.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he was studying science or like pharmacy at uni before he got into comedy. I'm like, I was working as a teacher. Like, I was barely clinging on to life. But, yeah, he's got it all. Well, I mean, he doesn't have hair and he's a ginger, but you can't have
You can't have everything.
So having it all.
Do you know what I love about him the most, though, Mel? He gives zero bleeps about anything. Like, to stand up at the Logies and tee off on all the celebrities and then cop all the clap back. And he just doesn't care, does he?
No, and he genuinely doesn't care. Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't care, but underneath, they deeply care. But you can look deep into Tom Gleeson's eyes. He genuinely doesn't care. I'm like, how do you get to that point? Teach me, oh master.
Yeah.
That's I think that's rare. I think that's just 1 in a million because most people are affected.
I was going to say, you're in an online community, Mel. Do you get bothered if you read negative comments, or are you does it not bother you?
I don't love it, obviously. It's not great. But also, if they're funny, I'm kind of like, you know what? Respect. That is that is fair. I don't have a very good neck. Like, good on you to pick that out. So,
yeah.
You've got to be creative with the insult.
Yes, but also, thank you, internet stranger, for the feedback on my neck. I really appreciate that.
Well, yeah, I'm like, wow, you've actually watched the whole clip and paid quite a lot of attention to pick that out. So no, I respect it, and I think if you're going to come and have a go, you've got to come strong, not just the usual. Like, people are like, who's this? Yeah. Is this what passes for comedy? Be creative.
Yeah. That's the thing. We cop that sort of on radio websites and stuff where people go, oh, no one listens to radio, and it's like, you've just clicked on an article about radio.
And I tell you what, Mel, the who's this is just, it doesn't have, I get that from my kids.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, Mel Buddle, the show is Taskmaster Australia. It continues 7:30 on Tuesday on the Beautiful 10 Network. Thank you so much for having a chat with us.
My pleasure. Hooroo.
Hooroo.
All right, let's talk about the big fella.
They're eating
there
the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Go, Donald. Go, Donald.
Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs.
Hey, is this for a nice little publicity stunt? In order to make himself more one of the people.
Like relatable.
He's pulled his shift at Macca's. I want to say pulled his shift. He was there for probably about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
But still, it's something that Kamala Harris hasn't done.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it always comes back to. What's she done and what am I doing that's going to make you think that I'm more relatable?
Yeah, and I have more people at my rallies than she has and all that sort of really immature stuff.
Yeah. Here's some audio of Trump working his shift at McDonald's and just this beautiful, flawless sophisticated interaction with some of the customers.
Oh, that's your customer out there. Wow, he's pretty good. Okay, let's say. Look at this guy. He's a MAGA guy all the way. Well, that's a good-looking group. Hello, everybody. This is not a normal situation, is it? What a good-looking family. Thank you. Thank you. Right. We appreciate all the
Just a situation where he feels like he needs to make a comment on absolutely everything that he sees. Just like my 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
When a thought pops into her head, brother, it comes out of her mouth.
What about how he's like, this is a Macca guy?
Hey, look at this. He's a Macca guy.
No one says Macca.
Who says Macca?
It's Macca's.
That guy, this guy right here, the big fella, he's a Macca
He
guy.
just never fails to deliver, Donald, does he?
And also, that's a beautiful family you have there.
Okay. Thanks, Donald, for commenting on the level of attractiveness of my kids.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, of course, he brought it back to somewhat of a competition space with his opponent.
Now I have worked with Mika. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala. McDonald's confirmed 4 times now. She never worked here.
There you go. That's the difference. That's why you should vote for Trump.
Yes, that's why he should be the leader of the free world.
Yeah. And, of course, what you do once you pull a shift at Macca's is that you take some chips on your private jet home.
Hello, everybody. I'm having a lot of fun here, everybody. Oh, my God. I'm going to definitely have French fries for the plane.
I'm having a lot of fun here, everybody. No, you're not, Donald.
It's the most awkward thing I've ever heard.
It's pretty shocking, isn't it?
Terrible.
That's okay. Does that swing your vote, though, if you're an American?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, if it does, you need to have a good hard look at yourself.
It's the day I vote for Trump. It's the day that we cease to be friends.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be my friend.
Unfortunately, we don't have access to voting. It's a really good thing here in Australia.